theme of today's lesson, is right away in any practice tempo, you want to capture the character of the piece, whether slow, fast, or indifferent. It's got to be and a one, and a two, and a one, and a two. You know, that snappy release on those group of notes. That.
And a one, and a two, and a one.
Yeah, but why did it die suddenly? Why did it die on? It should be da. You have a longer stroke. Yeah, here's what you want. Da. How do I get that? Traction over 1, 2, and 3 fingers. So you don't get falling away. You want
Okay.
Energy. Deeper mean faster. Mean deeper in the keys.
And a one, and a two, and a one, and a two, and a one, and a two, and 1 and 2.
But why did that rush? 1 and 2, right? Keep counting steady. Yeah. What you start with does not change.
Okay, let me start from the previous measure. And a 1 and a 2 and 1.
Now that, okay, I'm going to say something now. That last C sharp is not only tied over to another note value, but it has an accent. Now we call that an agogic note because on either side of the C sharp are faster note values, okay? You have to do a little bit of a delay and give it a little impetus. Ba! And here's what I mean. This is so important to that note. Here's what happens leading into it. And delay it. You're going to need that because when you do and a one and a two, yes? Remember, you're in the circus and there's a lot of excitement in the air. So you give that a little ba, yeah? But you can't go ba, right? You can't go into it fast. You have to go ba. Now you need to go before into it. And watch me. Delay. Ba. See what I did? Ba. Came from below.
And a 1 and a 2 and
below.
1.
Yeah, but that's an accent. It's an accent. Da. Ba. Ba. You need an accent on the C sharp. It's an accent. Yeah, you've got to get a little bit of a percussive ba. Remember, this is 20th century music, so it's okay to have little bits of percussion, because it's the circus, you know.
Sure.
Let me show you what I mean. Now, let's say I played it in tempo, just to advance the time a little. I'll show you what I do there. Okay? That. But you're going slower. That's okay. And 1. And short. Come out really crisp. Watch what I'm doing. And 1. And ya. And 2. Okay? What did I do on that C sharp?
There's more percussiveness and you...
Energy. You've got to get the energy from the arm into the finger. Ba. Ba. Practice. Ba. Ba. What I'm doing. Ba. Ba. Yes, you need that. Absolutely. You can't die. No one wants to hear that note die.
And a 1 and a 2 and 1.
Perfect. Can you keep that in mind, what you just did?
Sure. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Now, when you count through that, don't let the counting get faster. 1 and 2, right? Is that what goes through that note?
Yeah.
All right. So practice your counting. Go back.
Okay. and a one and a two, and one and two,
No. 1 and 2.
and a one and a two, and one and two, and a one and two, and a one
And keep
and
and wait.
two.
I'm just saying keep your dead weight.
Okay.
Because remember, now you're doing upside down, right? You started now you're coming from above E C sharp. It doesn't mean you get lighter. You got to keep dead weight traction in those keys. You got to keep up your MF, and your MF probably needs to be a little bigger because we know why. What's coming next is way down.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to exaggerate your MF, I would say.
Yeah.
Look how steady I'm doing it. Practice tempo. Accent. Right?
Okay.
All right.
And a one and two and a
But these are getting weak. These are getting weak. The 5, 4, 3. Dead weight. Practice dead weight. Do some push-ups on 5, 4, 3. Do some push-ups off those keys.
And a one and two and a one and
yeah, what's happening is this first one was wonderful. Da-da, and then this one got weak for some reason. They all have to be da-da-dum, bum, bum, da-da-dum. Yeah, why fade off?
Okay.
No reason to. That one faded. Did you hear how that 5 got
I noticed that.
Gotta be in the keys. I would practice this many times. Da da da, da da da, many times. Da da da. Yes, keep it. Keep it. Keep the dead weight. Okay, now continue it.
And a one and two and a one and two and a one and two. No, I made a mistake. And a one, and one, and
yeah, but we just said that we don't want that A so tiny.
right,
That's an
right.
accent. Yeah, because if you're playing this piece, watch. Da da dum, bum, bum, da da dum, bum, bum, da da dum, bum, bum, bum. Yeah? You don't want a tiny little A when you have an accent.
Right.
Because if that A is too tiny, what are you going to do about it? Look, how am I going to make a contrast when I have this coming? If I'm so tiny on the A, then I've killed.
Right.
Yeah. You have to use your ear aesthetically and decide, do I want to poke someone between the eye? No. But do I want to die on it? No. What is the compromise? Somewhere in between that. Because it is a cadence, but it doesn't want to die. You can't make it die. Also, the left hand doesn't want to what? Overwhelm the right. All the left hand is doing is this all along. Yeah? Yeah? So you don't want the left hand jumping out over the right ever in this piece. So you have to already gauge you're deeper in the right. And what is the A you want? Well, you want it to be a speaking voice A with a little bit of animation, but not tiny. That's the whole point. Yeah, be careful.
Okay.
Now, I want you this week to be really aware of your 5, 4, 3 being dead weight in the keys. So you get da da da, da da da, da da da, da da da, da da da. I'm speeding it up just to give you the character.
Okay.
Because the theme of today's lesson is no matter what speed you use, you've got to capture the spirit of the piece, even in slow motion. So in your left hand, you're just really more uniform, yes? But you really need crisp releases, don't you? Crisp. Have you mastered the crisp left hand releases, the ostinato?
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and no.
Yeah. No, you can practice your blocking to feel the spacing between here to here, right? You have the octave, stabilize the octave spread there that keeps going from octave to fifth, right?
1 and 2 and 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 1.
Yeah, and you'll just count the measures so you know exactly how much of those you're doing, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, I think your left hand's doing great. And you know, as long as you're not tight, and you're just having crisp, you have very buoyant arms always, yeah? And flexible wrist, you know, the wrist is never tight for this, or you'll get tight. No matter what you do, your wrist is always like flexible, yes? Yes? You see? Remember when you do your bouncing thing, your 5-finger position, that almost applies because your wrist has the ability to spring forward a little bit always.